This is part 4 of my On3 Performance turbo installation on my 93 GT Mustang. This is it right here. Tonight we worked on the cold side piping, intercooler mounting, and removal of obviously all the front components and one of the fenders. Got the intercooler on. I've got it mocked up. Those two brackets I plasma cut out of some 10 gauge, I think it was actually 14 gauge steel, and got them bolted and secured. Probably may have to adjust it a little bit, but I'm pretty close, I think. I'll test fit the front cover and see how it does. But looks pretty dang good. It's pretty cool how this stuff goes together. Got the, as you can see, coming off the turbo down here. It's real tight against the crank pulley right there. You can hear it actually hitting the crank. But as I mount the lower mounts on the intercooler, I'll pull it away from the crank just enough, because it pretty much just goes with the intercooler when I pull it out. The blow-off valve is down there. Got that sealed up and put on there, and then so this pulls off the turbo, goes around the core out to our intercooler, which is a pretty nice intercooler, about 30 pounds or so, but a lot of aluminum. Looks good. It comes around here, and then it's going to shoot up into here, the passenger fender, which I'm stopping tonight. It's almost 1 in the morning, so I'm done. I took this fender off. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm going to undo some of the cruise control. Not cruise control, I'm sorry, but the getting rid of this canister here. I don't need this canister. This is for the hot air injection reservoir, and also for EGR vacuum reservoir. This reservoir here, I believe, is for the air conditioning controls. I'm going to leave that in place, and I'll remount this alarm. This is just an alarm for the car. I'll put that down underneath here when I pull out all the solenoids, vacuum solenoids that are down there. That's what that'll go. And I think we'll have to open this up just a little bit. I think I'm going to have to take some on this side out here to make that fit a little bit better. And then I have a new fender as well, because this fender was dented, and so I got a new fender to scuff up and put on, and then I'll have to get that painted once it's all back together. But all in all, good progress tonight. Got the rest of my garage is a freaking mess. I got crap everywhere. That's just the way this project is going. But I've got the as you can see, front cover and the old fender over there, but I don't have a lot of parts left. It's getting down to it. My furnace just fired up. Sorry, it's a little noisy, but got a few elbows. I still got to put off my. I got to put on the. Oh, come on, not the blow-off valve. I just said that, but whatever that one is, I forget about it. It's the hot side valve. Can't think of it at the moment. But anyway, I got to put that on. I took it off. I was going to throw it in when I dropped the motor, but it just seemed it was really too tight. Didn't want to hit it on stuff. So, I'm sorry, wastegate. There's the word. It's too late. Just didn't come to me. And then I got to put the alternator relocated bracket here. It's a whole custom setup for the alternator. It'll go on there. And then I can start the 24-pound injectors will come out. Finally got a tracking number today for the 42-pound injectors. I think they're 42s or 44s. Got a tracking number for those, so I can finally put the upper intake on and secure all that. I've also, I don't know if I showed it in the last video, but I've tapped and I custom made some fittings for the back of these valve covers here. And I've got the hose on the other one over there, same exact fitting that I put in there. They're 5/8 fittings for 5/8 heater hose, one on each side. I've completely sealed off the PCV valve. Catch can will run, and the bracket down there that used to hold the AC, and then that'll be a vented catch can, no vacuum system through the crankcase ventilation at all, just be a breather. Had a lot of problems with sucking out the oil last time. I guess these strokers make a little bit more windage. I just didn't want to even have that problem, so I think this will resolve that. But anyway, all in all, looking good. Got the turbo clocked pretty close to vertical. I think it's pretty much dead on. So if anybody sees anything I should be doing or I'm totally missing here, let me know. But I've got O2s capped off. I'm not using standard O2s at all. I'm just going to use one wideband O2 up there on this downpipe, and that should be good for the Mega Squirt. But Got the Mega Squirt. Actually looks like a pretty cool little kit. I'll just pop it out here real quick. I don't know if anybody's seen these, but this is the Mega Squirt. Basically came with, that's for the map sensor, just some vacuum hose. Map sensor is built in to, it's on here somewhere, it's hard to see. There it is. It's through the wrapper there, but you can see the little port for the Mega Squirt. This is that's the unit there. An adapter, and this is the plug-and-play cable that will make this extremely simple to plug into my OEM harness. I may have to do a little bit of wiring still for the wideband O2, but it'll work. All that crap there. This was $600 for the plug-and-play Mega Squirt. So my tuner says it's no big deal for him. I looked it over all the stuff. Holy crap, there's so much stuff that goes into that. I want to learn it so I can do my own tuning and stuff, but I'm going to leave it to him to get this dialed in to start. But that's it for tonight. This is a long video. I'm going to let it go. So tomorrow night we will put the other fender on, the used one I believe, and then we'll go from there. And we'll finish up the cold side piping. I might even put the manifold on, just mock it up, even though the injectors and all that crap. I'll just put the manifold on and mock it up and get the other piece and grind the fender well out and that hole down there, and we'll be good.